I've just found the absolute best early game skill point farm in Crimson Desert. And a lot of people, I'm sure, completely missed this and just went right on past it. So when you get into chapter 3 and you get the Howling Hill Seed of Unease, and you have to face the Devil of the Reed Field, this is very important that you do not go into the boss fight before this farm. If you've already beaten him and you've already gotten past this, I am sorry, but I don't think that you have access to this skill point farm. So what we're actually going to be farming is the Abyss artifacts, which obviously you use as skill points in the skill tree. And the reason that we're able to farm them is if you come down here, so on the map, let me give you some context, right? What happened to my quest? Oh God. All right. Sorry. So right here is where you start tracking the scent or the path basically of the Devil of the Reed Field. And instead of going in and starting the tracking him or whatever, if you just ride on past it or, you know, take this Abyss Nexus, you're going to come out over here, and right here, there's going to be a, like, I don't know, a scarecrow or a clothesline thing, and it's going to be spinning around in a circle. It's those over there, the two things that you can see. I'll put arrows on the screen or whatever. So there's going to be one right here. I accidentally destroyed this one in combat, and then there's going to be another one down here and another one over here. So you're going to be in this area for a good amount of time, but I will show you. I have to get over to the one that I haven't destroyed yet to show you. And this one does spawn kind of like a mini boss thing. He's got a lot of health. The rest of these guys have one health or one hit point, not one hit point, but like they're a one-shot kill. But it's this thing right here. See, it's got all this stuff hanging from it. And when you get close to it, it starts to spin. Now, when it spins, this is basically a spawner for enemies, right? Oh, if I can actually hit the guy, damn. But so there is a mechanic in the game where on the right side, what's going on? So there's a mechanic in the game where on the left side of the minimap, you'll see a yellow bar that rises every time you kill something, or, you know, you hunt something, or you fish, or basically anytime you do something, you get a little bit of experience towards that yellow bar. And we kind of are taking advantage of that because this is one of the only instances in the game of a spawner. I mean, that's essentially what this thing is. And unless you destroy them like I destroyed the other 3 over there, they kind of just keep coming. And that's more or less the entire premise of this. And that's why it's not like, oh, this XP glitch, because it's not really a glitch. We're more or less just taking advantage of, you know, known systems. And I don't know, I wouldn't say it's an exploit either. You're just farming. So yeah, super easy skill point farm. As you can see right now, I have 0 of Abyss artifacts. I've invested all my skill points. So I'm going to spend the next, I don't know, 30 minutes and see how many skill points we can get. So let's go. While I do this, there's a couple things that I want to talk about. So like I said, you have to be at this exact point in the story. So it is, you know, a huge downside, honestly, of the farm is that, because I'm sure by now a lot of people are way further than that. Oh gosh, he fell. So now I have to find him. Where you at, buddy? Okay, I'll just come get you. And another thing is that, like I said, if you destroy the little towers, the spawners or whatever, I'm just going to call them spawners for lack of a better term. But if you destroy the spawners, you have to move on to a new area. Now, I haven't gone past this point, but I can tell you I see 1, 2, 3, 4 more, maybe 5. Yep, 5. So, I mean, it's not like it's, you know, you got to be super careful. There's 6, 7, but yeah. So, I mean, it's not really something you have to be super careful about, but it is something to be mindful of, because if you do destroy a lot of them and then you run out, that's kind of, you're done. So these guys are super simple. They're one hit pretty much. And see, there you go. So we got our first Abyss artifact. I've been doing this for 5 minutes since I started recording. So probably like, I don't know, 2 minutes of actual combat, and we've already gotten a skill point up. So this is pretty efficient, I'd say, for what it is. I don't think you have to kill too many enemies to get enough XP. And I mean, as you can see, they just don't stop coming. So, but yeah, I mean, there's not really too many like downsides to this other than just the timing of if you've already gotten past it, sorry about your luck. But there is other Abyss farms and Abyss artifact farms that are out there that are probably better. So, because I know there's one later in the game where you can actually get the runes or whatever. Not the runes, the like the sockets or whatever. I forget what they're called off the top of my head, so forgive me for sounding like a moron. And yeah, if you're an archer guy, these guys are just one hit. And I only have one skill point in archery. So, oh, hello. Yeah, so super, super easy and simple. But anyway, I'm going to do, let's see, what are we at? 10-10 right now. So I'm going to do the next 30 minutes and see how many skill points we can get. Don't do what I just did. Okay, so I stopped the timer 8 minutes early because my GPU is getting pretty hot and it's starting to get a little choppy, as you can see in the recording. So to avoid a fire, let's see what we got so far. So that was 22 minutes roughly, and obviously I'm not in the same area. I mean, you saw in the time lapse, I broke a few of them. Or not a time lapse, a montage. I broke a few of them. So obviously, I mean, it's pretty easy to break them. You know what I mean? I was doing hand-to-hand combat for this entire one right here in front of me. And I mean, I broke the last one with hand-to-hand combat. So you don't even really need to have a weapon. They probably are like 1 hit point or something crazy. But anyway, 22 minutes. Obviously, you see the bar is almost about halfway again already. And we have 3 skill points. Now, that does not sound like a lot by any stretch of the imagination. However, I got 3 skill points in 22 minutes, but I mean, I tried to move around to different ones. There's a couple that I just straight up went past because I wanted to see where the best area was. So that way I could give you guys some tips. So this area here is a pretty good one. Put up on the map. It's like right here. This area right here is my favorite. So the one that's right in front of us is like kind of here, I guess. But right here is the greatest area. So right at the tip of where my cursor is where the spawner is. And they will spawn all in this area right here, which means that there's more. So I was getting like 7 or 8 to spawn here at a time. Whereas like, I don't know, I guess it was like somewhere over here, whatever. Whatever was past this one, the walkway, the path was so thin, it was spawned like 2 at a time. It was the most frustrating thing. So I destroyed that one on purpose, kind of out of anger. But no, this spot here, watch, I guess I can probably be easier if I showed you for real. So this one here that we're on now, and then jump across, there's one there, and oh yeah, it's right here. So like, I don't know. I'm trying to see if you can find it on the ground, but I guess not. It's like right here. And this spot, there was like, yeah, I mean, it spawned like 7 or 8 of them at a time. It was nice. There's a lot of area to move around and there's not a tree. So like the trees over there were getting in my way, which was really frustrating. But yeah, this is probably the best area for it because the most spawn, you're not getting anything like jumping in front of your face or whatever. So that is my advice. Obviously there might be a better spot, you know, up there or whatever, but of the spots that I've tried it, that's the best spot that I have. And honestly, the only other way you can really get Abyss artifacts is completing the challenges or, you know, just running around and trying to like liberate all the areas and stuff, like all of the, I don't know, like all of these. But I mean, that stuff takes a long time. 3 skill points in 22 minutes is not bad. I probably could have got 4 in a full 30 minutes. So 8 an hour. That's still pretty decent. You know what I mean? If you sit down for like a good 2-hour session, that's 16 skill points. That's a lot. That's a decent amount of the way through the skill tree. Because, like, let's see. So some of them need 2 and 2. Like, yeah, dude, this is definitely method. Obviously, the thing that sucks is, like, you can't come back to it. You know what I mean? So it's like stock up now or move on. And honestly, I'm probably not going to do this anymore. I think at this point, I'm just going to move on because I want to get my gray main camp, like, maxed out, or not maxed out, but I want to start working on that. So yeah, I'm probably done with this farm, but this is a phenomenal farm. It's pretty efficient, I'd say, for the game and what it is, and especially for how early you can get access to it too, like end of chapter 3, which is not too bad. Yeah, huge downside, you can't go back to it, but I think, you know, if you can get to this, I would highly recommend you take advantage of this, because this is pretty awesome. But anyway, my name's Tux. I'm probably going to do more of these videos because I fucking love this game. Let me know what you guys want to see. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace out.